Toro fans, and welcome back to Tauros All Access. It's the Thursday edition, the weekend preview. As always, I'm Edward Neiman, joined alongside by Lauren Hill. Lauren, Toros back on the Pepsi rink tomorrow night, 7:35 puck drop, seeing the Aberdeen Wings for the first time of the year as the Toros homestand continues to roll on.
Yes, we are very excited. We kind of mentioned it yesterday, but like Edward just said, the Toros are back in the Mesa Arena. Not again until the end of November. So this is going to be we've had back-to-back weekends so far. Now we're playing Aberdeen, like Edward said, for the first time this season. They stand currently at number 3 in our division rankings, as we stand at number 5. Do you want to talk a little about the stats behind that?
Yeah, you know, Aberdeen off to a really good start this year, coming off a weekend split against a very solid and competitive Austin team, So, you know, definitely a little bit of momentum, especially, of course, just already having 11 wins on the year. Good for third in division. I think Aberdeen will probably feel pretty good coming into this building. And, you know, we mentioned the history behind these two teams. I would say, you know, one of the Toros' bigger rivals in the division, obviously, Aberdeen just south of us down in South Dakota. So I think it sets up for a really good weekend. And also an important week. And you look at the Central Division in totality, a really tight race so far in the divisional standings. So I think both teams would like to come out of here with 2 convincing wins this weekend.
Yeah, I know it would definitely help us in the division standings if we come out of this weekend with a sweep. Obviously, that's what we want. But that's also we kind of touched on that a little bit earlier this week and a little bit last week of just playing St. Cloud, who is now at number 2. In the standings, and just like these last weekend and this weekend just matters a lot for our future in this division, just talking about standings in general. And if we can come out of this weekend with a sweep, the standings should differ. Yeah,
there's definitely becoming some separation in terms of the Central Division standings. Toros have yet to play the Mallards. For the Toros, a 1.544 goals against average, a 7-4 record, good for a .945 save percentage. So, you know, I think when you get that type of goaltending, Lauren, especially with an Aberdeen team who right now entering this weekend is actually out shooting the Toros shots on net per game, I think the goaltending will once again be a big part of getting these wins for the Toros.
Yes, I agree, and that is why we want y'all here for the games this whole weekend, Friday and Saturday, like Edward said, 7:35. Puck drop. Last weekend, we dang near had a full Mesa Arena. And we want to have that again this weekend. So you can go to this lovely link I'm pointing at right here, this QR code, and scan that. It'll bring you to our website. You can buy tickets, merchandise, literally anything Minotauros possible, and buy your tickets. Or you can go to Minotauros Hockey, tickets.minotauroshockey.com, and buy tickets that way. You can buy them online for $9 or in person for $10, but you might as well save that $1, plan ahead, go ahead and get your weekend plans figured out, and come join us for Aberdeen this weekend.
Yeah, and you know, you kind of touched on it, Lauren. This is the last time the Toros will be in this building until November 29th. Big weekend as the Watertown Shamrocks roll into town. It's Black Friday weekend as well. Always a very exciting time here in Minot at the Mesa Arena. So I'll definitely, speaking of tickets, encourage fans to try to get their hands on those tickets sooner rather than later, because we do expect a big crowd for that weekend. So definitely some exciting things. Looking at the upcoming schedule for the Toros, after this weekend, they'll travel to Forest Lake, Minnesota to take on the Mallards, and then they'll head just you know, about a little over an hour down south of here to Bismarck on Thanksgiving Eve to take on the Bobcats in what really is going to prove to be once again another heavyweight clash between the two North Dakota rivals. So we're excited for what the future holds, but of course this weekend, Aberdeen Friday and Saturday, 7:35 puck drop. We'll launch you in the building, but if you can't be in the building As always, you can catch the stream on NATV or the free audio broadcast on Facebook Live and YouTube Live. And yeah, Lauren, I'm excited for this weekend. Aberdeen, always a very exciting clash to watch between these two teams, especially when they roll into town with double-digit wins already on the year. Yeah,
a lot of love for interdivision teams, and you can look at that on TikTok. We actually posted something yesterday talking about just nice things to say about Aberdeen from the Mesa Arena. So check that one out. It's really funny. Other than that.
Yeah, and just a couple other housekeeping notes as well. If you visit the website after this live, you can catch the weekend preview article for this series against the Aberdeen Wings, as well as a really good article that was just posted this week about Mason Morelli, his journey now being in the pros, and his journey coming out of both Minot and the Minotauros organization. So make sure to go check that out. As Lauren said, you can scan that QR code and find all of that fun information. But that'll do it for today's episode of Tauros All Access. You can catch me, Lauren, and Ken on the Farmers Union Insurance pregame show tomorrow night before puck drop, so make sure to tune in for that. But until next week for Tauros All Access, for Edward Eamon and Lauren Hill, and our producer, Grace Sandy, we'll say so long until Monday.